Good afternoon and welcome back to the Matt Keith Memorial Disc Golf Course at Nevin Park for the second round of the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship presented by Barbasol. This is your 3 p.m. lead card. First on the box, representing Dynamic Discs, Ricky Wysocki. Let's go, Rick! Next on the box, representing Disc Mania, Gannon Burr. Let's go, G!
So I thought it was interesting on the first tee, you know, Gannon going to the roller here.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't appear windy.
Just has a lot more opportunity to get through.
Wow. And our leader strikes first. A big birdie by Wysocki.
That's a statement.
A little low. Does it have enough forward energy? I think it does.
Yeah, and that was a good set of trees. Otherwise, I think he was going to go 30 or 40 past the pin.
And it's one of the reasons why I keep saying you can't just over-force the disc. You have to let the disc turn because of the way the fairway is turned. And Burr's done a nice job here.
That's flightfactorydisc.com.
So this is a little bit low to my eye, but it finds the middle of the fairway.
And a lot of wooded course, but Nevin specifically, is you have about 3 holes on the front 9 that are really gettable from a birdie perspective. I felt like Proctor went to the sidearm there just to hit the bigger gap.
Yeah, and I think ultimately to work right.
Yeah.
That looks like a circle 2 marker, but he's got to work this so far to the right. That glide is important. And I think that's why we see him elect to go backhand even on this right swinger. Very nice.
Wysocki to start out 3 for 3.
That's just something as players we notice when other players just do something out of their norm.
Gannon Burr closes 1 stroke back. By all accounts, kind of a slow start for our lead card. Not so today. The Chaser's not going to have that same luxury. These guys are coming out firing. Oh, man, he knew it, too. They're 1 tree to beat.
If you don't know, there was a stroke advantage given at the start of the first round based on their positioning in the Tour Champion point series. But at this point, there's going to be just a regular tournament now.
As you can see, Gannon can become the first player to $200,000 with a win here this weekend.
I mean, let's just, and what a shot.
Wow.
That was really great from being on the right side of the fairway to give himself a look. That was tremendous.
Hoping that just hooks up at the end or even gets a skip or a flare, and all it's going to end up pin high for Wysocki.
Wow, great putt. And what a cool view. That was a real first-person view of what it's like to be right next to Gannon as the chalk bag dust flies right into the lens.
Visit llbean.com today and be an outsider.
Jeez. Ooh, man. And a bad sign for the field when Rick starts doing that clap. As the tee shot comes out of his hand, he's fired up.
Oh,
and
boy.
shank alert.
Yep. Real bad.
It's one of those times when being 6'7" comes in handy. As he just sticks a leg in there, and he's basically back to the fairway.
The problem is if he's overturned it, he can find that right side rough.
And it was one of 2 birdies over there on hole 6 for the day.
Haven't seen many guys go to this forehand turnover in this spot. There is a little bit of OB down there.
But that's why
eventually.
you don't see him go to that, because
Yeah.
it's fading away.
But he's got, you can see where he's aiming. He's got an angle to get into that last stretch of fairway as the fairway swings left. Just a little too high. And the numbers he was shooting, I mean, he was into the mid-40s. Under par, if memory serves. Wysocki trying to escape here. And birdie, oh, that little tree might slow him down. I was going to say birdie looking good, but he's going to have to prove it with another big putt.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be inside circle 1, but this late tree, yeah, that definitely takes it back into the mid of circle 2. If you're new to our game, watching a Tour Championship with some friends at home,
Great recovery.
Could possibly pop up and roll down a hill and then have obstruction coming back. And Wysocki buries it. Downhill from circle 2, Ricky Wysocki, 4 birdies in the first 5 holes.
traditionally to par plays is one of the most difficult.
Ricky Wysocki hits his line much better this time.
I mean, it's 900 feet with an initial uphill tee shot.
Burr within his arm's length anyway, reach of Wysocki's drive.
Again, going just traditional backhand air shot. That just has to check up a tiny bit, just a little flatten. That's really solid for the line he tried. That was really nice. A couple of years ago, Rick threw 2 490-foot sidearms to win this right here on this green when it was hole 18, and here it is again. That's insane. He makes that look way too easy.
Oh, right side for Burr from the edge of the circle. The pressure Ricky is putting on these guys is unrelenting. I think that explains Gannon Burr's miss as well as anything. The fact that Ricky is already closer than you, already has a big lead, and is doing that to you every hole.
Opportunity for Burr.
Fantastic drive. That's the exact spot to open up the little putter hyzer. Can't be any better than that.
Wysocki's brother is also now playing very competitively and is fighting to become a world champion himself in terms of working his way up through the ranks. We saw him just trying to qualify for USDGC last weekend. So how scary will that be when we see yet another Wysocki in the mix?
Could see that one coming from a mile away.
It's going to give him an open look, but Wysocki's going to put his putter to the test here.
I think he's in the fairway. Let's see if Rick can put it in.
Of course he can. Saves the par from circle 2. Ricky Wysocki will remain 5 under through 7 holes, keeping him at 21.
When he's playing this way, you just can't help as his competitor to kind of have this thought of like, how do I beat this guy?
Gannon Burr sets up to tee off on hole number 8.
Chance for him to try to apply a little bit of pressure after taking the tee pad.
Just got to miss that last one, and he does not, but it stays in bounds.
Is because there's a power line cut through here.
Right.
But you just hate to hit the one power pole in the middle.
Yeah, the only thing that's man-made that I love hitting is the basket.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. Are you kidding me?
And what were we just saying? Unbelievable as Gannon Burr buries it from the short side of the OB.
And he had a feeling as soon as he let go that it might go in. He just knew it had to miss that last tree, which it barely did.
Just will not be denied. I mean, his drive is screaming into the basket. He hits the one thing that could possibly stop him. That had to be over 100 feet uphill.
Yeah, it looked like 90 to 100 feet standing. Something I can't even fathom doing or having ever done.
Man, these guys at the top of the board are tearing the course up today compared to what we saw yesterday.
Burr misses everything with the tee shot.
I'll give him the birdie there.
Wysocki hangs up on the left side.
Yeah, I feel like he can kind of throw at that log and try to just get just in front of it. Oh, and he barely hits the corner of it. Kicks there into circle two. Try to get a little just too fancy with it. Try to throw it a little too perfect. That's when the early release comes into play.
There's your Gannon Burr jump putt.
Gets over the log. Perfect.
Goes about 200. Perfect.
Yeah, and Isaac's starting to hit the brakes. That's going to be 4 pars in a row. Bam. Just like you said there, Sexton. You like Ricky, downhill 45-footer. Heart.
This should be parked.
And just think, I mean, he's still having a great day. It's just maybe not an all-world day so far like these other guys.
I'm starting to get worried about even Isaac getting a little too far behind to win. You know, I think he has to kind of, from this point on, keep pace as we head towards the end of the round.
Hannibal trying to play the flex, but I think he might have overdone it here.
As it starts to twist back to the hyzer side, it can kind of act as a little bit of a slowdown, but to my eye, this slow turnover is kind of the perfect shot. Rick's going to be a little bit short. That will be a big death putt.
This is I think it can be a tricky shot. It's like you really don't want to leave this 30 short.
Yeah, you want to land it out there about 30.
Yep.
You don't want that much edge on it either. But it's going to ultimately sit down, and like you guys just said, it's going to be about 30 short. And Ricky lays it up.
Incredible.
And what I was going to say is prior to the putts here on this hole,
And you wouldn't know it watching the guys at the top of this tournament. They're just ripping shots through there and working way to the left. And it's like a catastrophic result if you miss that gap.
Moving. Oh, it did.
Perfect from Gannon Burr.
and we heard the clap by Wysocki. He liked it. Rick 9 under through 12 holes.
Kind of the place to miss this shot is straight. It's a lot cleaner out in this direction.
That's a beauty right there from Burr. The advantage of throwing that control driver. Potentially trouble for Wysocki in that right side.
There's kind of nobody I would trust more than Ricky in these scenarios. He's going to always stay aggressive. Nice, back into the fairway.
Very nice, just a little long.
Same idea, just a different disc here. Wysocki after going to the cart to reload. And he's found it. Another scramble for Wysocki. Not that he's needed many today, but over the course of this season, chalk that up as a very impressive one.
Gannon with a chance to get the only birdie in the group.
Gannon will pull within 2 of Wysocki.
Players do their best to keep it straight down this fairway, and the disc just starts drifting off naturally to the left side.
Kind of like that. Kind of exactly like that. Basically nobody's going mid-range here. So as the disc slows down, you got to expect a little move to the left, and these guys are just going to both throw it right through the gap all the way down there.
Wysocki gets to double digits for the round. He's 10 under through 14.
And they're both very aware of each other and kind of what's going on right now. The show that's being put on.
Right there, Gannon answers with a birdie of his own.
Low-key trolling right there from Gannon. The clap.
Look, Gannon's been watching Ricky play since he was a young kid. He might have learned a little bit of how to react to a great shot from growing up inside this game and watching some of our great champions.
That looks inside. He's got to miss that last big one. Nope, not gonna.
Wysocki's just going to lay it up. Doesn't matter. Gannon Burr picks up the birdie. He's going to move to 11 under on today's round. More importantly, he's within 1 now of Wysocki.
No need to play it, guys.
Well, if nobody signs up, then me and you should, because then we're guaranteed second place.
That's true. Could get a trophy for the mantle.
Wow, Gannon.
Oh,
unreal.
my goodness.
You could not place it better. 4 have gotten inside circle 1 in regulation.
Little right.
This
Filtering.
He loves it over there, doesn't he, Terry? Remember last year with the big putt?
Wysocki with the birdie look on 16. Middle of circle 2.
Wow.
And he's done it again. Ricky Wysocki buries the putt on 16 from the middle of circle 2.
Look at that scorecard.
And we see the Nevin course record 10 under by Ricky Wysocki in round 3 of last year. And right now, Wysocki sitting at 11, Burr sitting at 12. Unofficially projecting a 13 to be somewhere in the 1100 rated category. So and a 14 could be as much as 1102 to 1109. So we'll see how this shakes out. Not that they're worried about the ratings right now.
I mean, imagine breaking your own course record and getting beat.
Rick wants it to swing left. There's the clap.
It's perfect.
And I want you guys at home to notice how far left they want it to go. See the difference in the air? Rick has the power to just go to the big sidearm.
Fantastic.
Looks a little high, a little shorter than. Nope, not at all.
Isaac and really even Proctor not having that bad of days, but gotta just feel like they're walking through quicksand trying to keep up with these other guys.
And Gannon will step up and also pick up the birdie.
I also feel like after having a front row seat to what we've seen today, if you're Isaac Robinson,
I mean, it's the second round. I want to be.
Sure.
I want to continue to think. And Rick's holding off on the clap because it might go too far left. But all right, he should have a run up there. Yeah, I'm 0 for 2 so far. If you go over to the old Statmando page.
The power might be there. I worry more about the tree directly or the branch directly
Yeah,
in his
good
way.
point,
I
Terry.
think that might be the thing that stops him from doing it. But all this time he's taking, okay, this is just the layup. And you see the frustration.
Still not a shot you can just chuck up there. You still got to put some thought into it.
And not a problem as Wysocki will finish with a 12 under, assuming he puts that in for the par. And nothing to worry about there for Gannon.
And if he is going to put any pressure on the two leaders, I think you would need to do it from that car, from that position. It'd be hard to make these guys think too much if you're on chase.
As Ricky sets the course record, 15 seconds later, Gannon Burr officially breaks the course record and sets it for himself. Gannon with a 13 under. So impressive. 25 under between Wysocki and Gannon Burr out there today.
Disappointed it's over? Well, I've got two options for you. Either you click subscribe and you watch more action right here on the channel, or you go out and play around at disc golf yourself. Either way, I'll see you in the fairway.